We go now to the continuing intrigue coming out of Moscow and Berlin. On Friday night, Russian media published a 38-minute recording of a call in which German officers were heard discussing weapons for Ukraine and a potential strike by Kiev on a bridge in Crimea, prompting Russian officials to demand an explanation. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov accused Germany and the West of planning to attack Russian territory and questioned whether Chancellor Olaf Scholz was in control of his country's military leaders. Here we have to find out whether the Bundeswehr is doing this on its own initiative. Then the question is, how controllable is the Bundeswehr? And how much does Scholz control the situation? Or is it part of the government policy of Germany? Both scenarios are very bad. Both once again emphasize the direct involvement of countries of the collective West in the conflict around Ukraine. Germany's defense minister Boris Pistorius said on Sunday that Russia was conducting an information war aimed at creating divisions within Germany in his first reaction to the publication in Russia of an audio recording of a meeting of senior German military officials.
Der Vorfall ist deutlich mehr als nur das Abhören und Veröffentlichen.
The incident is clearly more than just the interception and publication of a conversation within the Air Force. It is part of an information war that Putin is waging. There is no doubt about that. It is a hybrid attack aimed at disinformation. It's about division, it's about undermining our unity. And accordingly, we should react to it with particular prudence, but no less determinedly.
Reagieren, aber nicht weniger entschlossen.
On Saturday, Germany called it an apparent act of eavesdropping and said it was investigating. Pistorius said it was too early to think of consequences and called for prudence in allocating blame. Participants in the call discussed the possibility of delivery of Taurus cruise missiles to Kiev, which Chancellor Olaf Scholz has publicly so far firmly rejected. They also talk about the training of Ukrainian soldiers and possible military targets. The leak occurred via the WebEx platform, not a secure internal army network. Dmitry Medvedev, former Russian president and current deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, suggested the recording indicated Berlin's readiness to confront Moscow. Pistorius said the officers were doing what they were supposed to be doing in assessing various scenarios, but said at no point in the tape had a line been crossed about NATO or Germany becoming involved in the war. The Defence Ministry said it would release its findings soon, and that both the call and the military security protocols will be thoroughly investigated. Earlier today, the German ambassador to Russia, Alexander Graf Lambsdorff, was seen arriving at the Russian Foreign Ministry. Many assume he was summoned there for this very reason, although German media quoted a DPA agency report claiming that the ambassador's visit had been planned in advance. Journalists attempted to get some comments from the ambassador on his departure from the ministry, but he left without saying a word. Germany is among the NATO countries that have supplied weaponry to Ukraine, including tanks. Russia accuses what it calls the collective West of using Ukraine to wage a proxy war against it. NATO says it is helping Kiev to defend itself against a war of aggression.